In Journey to the West, there is a marshal who holds a high position in the Celestial Court, responsible for overseeing the heavenly river with 80,000 celestial soldiers under his command. However, he frequently gets into trouble due to his drinking. His lustful nature leads him to commit a grave sin, resulting in the Jade Emperor banishing him to the mortal world to be reincarnated. Worse still, he loses his way during the reincarnation process and ends up in the animal realm, becoming a pig. This character is none other than the comedic figure in Journey to the West, Zhu Bajie. In today's video, let's delve into Zhu Bajie's roller coaster life. Zhu Bajie was originally the Marshal Tian Peng under the Jade Emperor in the Celestial Court, responsible for managing the heavenly river and commanding 80,000 celestial soldiers. Arrogant and proud, he looked down upon many gods with lower ranks, including Sun Wukong, who was then serving as the Bima Wen. Zhu Bajie's rise to the position of marshal attests to his formidable martial skills, which were a source of his pride. However, despite his prowess, he was no match for Sun Wukong. His disdain for Sun Wukong led to a fierce battle between them, resulting in his defeat. This experience left him fearful of Sun Wukong even after becoming his junior disciple. Zhu Bajie had a fondness for drinking and beautiful women, and he often caused trouble due to his drinking. Once, at the Queen Mother's peach banquet, Zhu Bajie got drunk and stumbled into the Moon Palace. There, he saw Chang'er and was struck by her beauty, his mortal desires stirring. In his drunken state, Zhu Bajie insisted that Chang'er accompany him. Naturally, she refused, which angered Zhu Bajie, and his voice grew louder. Hearing the commotion, the Celestial Patrol officer led the gods to surround the Moon Palace and capture Zhu Bajie. Subsequently, the Jade Emperor sentenced him to death according to the law. Simply flirting with a woman led to a death sentence in the Celestial Court. Compared to Sun Wukong, who was only imprisoned under Five-Finger Mountain after wreaking havoc in the Heavenly Palace, Zhu Bajie, a marshal, was sentenced to death merely for drunkenly flirting with a beauty. This seems extremely unjust. You can find the video about Sun Wukong wreaking havoc in the Heavenly Palace on my channel or in the description of this video. It's an origin story of the Monkey King. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates on my Journey to the West series. Thank you. Later, with the intervention of Taibai Jinxing, Zhu Bajie was spared the death penalty. The Jade Emperor instead sentenced him to 2,000 blows with a staff and banished him to the mortal world. Worse still, during his reincarnation process, Zhu Bajie lost his way and ended up in the animal realm, being reborn as a pig. Subsequently, Zhu Bajie arrived at the Cloud Pathway Cave on Mount Fuling and became the live-in husband of the cave's mistress, Lady Luan. Within less than a year, Lady Luan passed away due to illness, and Zhu Bajie inherited her property. However, because of his enormous appetite, he soon consumed all the inherited wealth and ended up resorting to eating humans to survive on Mount Fuling. Guanyin, following the instructions of the Buddha, set out for Chang'an in the Tharng dynasty to find a scripture seeker. When passing by Mount Fuling, Zhu Bajie rushed out to attack Guanyin. Guanyin's guardian, Muza, intercepted Zhu Bajie, and they started to fight fiercely. As the battle reached a stalemate, Guanyin dropped a lotus flower, which separated Zhu Bajie's rake. Zhu Bajie, not knowing what power it was informed by Muza that it was Guanyin's lotus flower. Realizing this, Zhu Bajie threw down his rake and kowtowed to Guanyin. Upon Guanin's inquiry, Zhu Bajie revealed his background and history. Guanin advised Zhu Bajie to turn towards goodness and convert to Buddhism, but Zhu Bajie expressed that his large appetite made him rely on eating humans to survive. Guanin pointed out that eating grains could also fill his stomach. Realizing this, Zhu Bajie agreed to convert. Guanin gave him the Buddhist name Zhu Wuneng and instructed him to stay there, maintain a vegetarian diet, abstain from eating meat, and wait for the scripture seeker. The days waiting for the scripture seeker on Mount Fuling were unbearably lonely for Zhu Bajie. Unable to endure the solitude, he transformed into a refined-looking chubby man and went to Gao Laozhuang in Wusu country to marry Gao Taigong's third daughter, Gao Chuilan. Zhu Bajie diligently worked in Gao Taigong's household, plowing fields without needing oxen, harvesting crops without knives or sticks, and returning early and late every day, earnestly serving the Gao family. However, not long after, he accidentally reverted to his monstrous appearance with a long snout and large ears. Gao Taigong believed that marrying a yokai as a son-in-law would not only damage his reputation but also stir gossip among relatives and friends. Thus, he decided to annul the marriage. Zhu Bajie refused to divorce, so he kept Gao Chuilan locked in the rear courtyard, preventing her from meeting Gao Taigong's family members. Gao Taigong then spent money to invite monks and Taoists from all around to exorcise Zhu Bajie, but even after inviting 4 or 5 people consecutively, none could exorcise him. Just as Gao Taigong's steward sought help again, they coincidentally encountered Tharng Shanzhong and Sung Wukong passing by Gao Laozhuang in Wusu country. Sung Wukong and Tharng Shanzhong arrived at Gao Taigong's house, where they learned about the situation. That night, Sung Wukong transformed into the appearance of Gao Chuilan and waited in the rear courtyard for Zhu Bajie. When Zhu Bajie arrived, unaware that the figure lying in bed was actually Sung Wukong disguised as Gao Chuilan, he immediately embraced and kissed her. Sung Wukong deftly stopped Zhu Bajie's kiss and used a technique to bring him crashing down onto the bed. Sung Wukong revealed his true form, prompting Zhu Bajie to hastily transform into wind and flee. Sung Wukong pursued relentlessly, leading to a chase back to the Cloud Pathway cave on Mount Fuling. There, Zhu Bajie retrieved his weapon, the nine-toothed rake, preparing to confront Sung Wukong. Mocking the rake as resembling a farming tool, Sung Wukong scoffed, while Zhu Bajie proudly proclaimed it to be a divine weapon forged by the Supreme Elder Lord. Zhu Bajie and Sung Wukong battled fiercely, with Zhu Bajie eventually succumbing to Sung Wukong's superior strength. Unable to defeat Sung Wukong, Zhu Bajie asked how he ended up here instead of Flower Fruit Mountain. Sung Wukong explained that he had come to protect Tharng Shanzhong on his journey to the west to retrieve scriptures, passing through this place. Upon hearing this, Zhu Bajie realized that the awaited scripture seeker had finally arrived. He then set fire to Cloud Pathway Cave and went with Sung Wukong to meet Tharng Shanzhong. Guanin had previously instructed Zhu Bajie to protect Tharng Shanzhong on his journey to retrieve the scriptures, so Tharng Shanzhong asked him to acknowledge Sung Wukong as his senior disciple. Before this, Zhu Bajie had already refrained from meat and had observed dietary restrictions. After becoming a disciple of Sung Wukong, he asked Tharng Shanzhong for permission to eat meat, but Tharng Shanzhong refused and gave him the name Bajie, which is how Zhu Bajie got his name. From then on, Zhu Bajie accompanied Tharng Shanzhong and Sung Wukong on their journey to the west to retrieve the scriptures. Despite often wanting to give up and frequently clashing with Wukong along the way, Zhu Bajie always came through in crucial moments to overcome obstacles. He was truly the joyful character in the team. In the end, they arrived at the Thunder Monastery and obtained the scriptures. The Buddha appointed Zhu Bajie as the clean altar emissary Bodhisattva, bringing a fulfilling conclusion to his tumultuous life and marking a perfect ending for him. The journey to the West to obtain the scriptures was fraught with numerous challenges. It was destined that Tharng Shanzhong and his companions would face 81 trials before reaching their destination. Is it possible that some of these trials were comically resolved by Zhu Bajie? If you enjoy my channel, please help by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.